Thanks, Hugh. Good evening and welcome to Look North. Tonight, Rotherham Hospital launches an investigation after the death of a 5-year-old boy. The Chief Executive of Rotherham Hospital has offered his sincere condolences to the family of 5-year-old Yusuf Mahmoud Nazir. Yusuf died from a severe throat infection after being sent home from the hospital a few days before. An inquiry is now being launched. And tonight, the town's MP, Sarah Champion, has called for a thorough and transparent investigation into Yusuf's death. Michelle Lyons reports.
We were begging them for their help. We said, we need you. Please, can you just give him this antibiotics? Can you treat him? They said, we haven't got the beds. We haven't got the doctors. We haven't got the facilities. Nothing we can do. Don't speak to us. Speak to the bigger people. Speak to the management that have given us this.
Yusuf Mahmoud Nazir's uncle says they begged staff at Rotherham Hospital to treat the 5-year-old's severe throat infection with intravenous antibiotics. However, they say they were told to give him pills at home instead. Yusuf was eventually admitted to Sheffield Children's Hospital, where he died on the 23rd of November. Now the MP for Rotherham is calling for a full investigation.
Until I know with clarity what went wrong and then have absolute certainty that those failings have been addressed, I don't think any of us can have confidence. And I really want that. Rotherham Hospital is a good hospital, but something has gone fundamentally wrong here. And we need them to be very open and transparent about what went wrong and also demonstrate what they're going to do to prevent it ever happening again.
The Chief Executive at Rotherham Hospital, Dr. Richard Jenkins, has issued a statement in which he wants to reassure families that they do have an appropriately staffed paediatric service who provide support to colleagues working in urgent emergency care. He also said that Rotherham Hospital does not provide paediatric intensive care beds, whereas Sheffield Children's Hospital does. While the investigation's ongoing, the family's left wondering what more could have been done.
If he would have got that IV antibiotic, he would have been here. He would have been playing with us now. If he got that when I begged them for that treatment, if he would have got that IV when I said, please give him IV antibiotics, we would not have been in this position now. He would have been with us. He would have been with us today.
Michelle Lyons, BBC Look North.
A 51-year-old man is still being questioned by police on suspicion of murder after the death of an elderly couple in Sheffield yesterday. The victims, who were in their 70s, have been named locally as Mary and Brian Andrews. Emergency services were called to a house on Terry Road yesterday morning and the couple were pronounced dead at the scene. Now, remarkable footage has emerged of the moment a car ploughed through a West Yorkshire cake shop window. The vehicle sent customers flying, but luckily no one was seriously injured. The shop has been boarded up and is awaiting repair. Beth Parsons has been on scene today.
Now, it's not open this morning, but on Saturday, this shop just behind me here in the centre of Batley was open as usual. Customers were inside when a car collided through the front of the shop. Now, CCTV footage that's been leaked online, you can see how lucky those people are to have not been seriously hurt. We've chatted to people in the area who were here at the time. We've also chatted to the owners of the shop, and they say that a car was travelling up Well Lane just behind me and tried to turn right up Commercial Street, which is in fact a one-way road. Now, there are signs that say you're entering a 20-mile-per-hour zone. There aren't signs that say you should give way or not turn right. Another car was then travelling down Commercial Street and had to swerve to avoid that car and went into the front of Cake Temptations. It's been a tough couple of years for the business. They've been open since 2019. They got through COVID regulations and social distancing, but they're now very gutted to be talking to insurers and repair companies about what to do next. But they say they are very happy that nobody was seriously hurt.
Now Paul's here with the weather. Will this fog ever lift, Paul?
Oh, interesting. It's still fog bound at Leeds, Bradford. So if you have got a flight out of there in the morning, disruption is highly likely, and there'll be fog elsewhere. So a very quiet spell of weather. It's colder, of course. There will be some sunshine around today. The Yorkshire Dales and the Peak District was stuck out. It's been a glorious day up there, but high pressure just about in charge. We're in no man's land at the moment, but the main thing is these rain-bearing fronts are going to be held off to the west of us, so a lot of dry weather in the coming days. So a bit of a mixed bag tonight. There's some clear weather out there, but there's also plenty of fog. There'll be a widespread ground frost in the clearer slots, and air frost actually in some places, 0 Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit. So in the morning you might wake up to fog. If you do, it will persist for much of the day. Elsewhere there will be some sunshine. The best chance will be again over the Yorkshire Dales, North York Moors and the Peak District. It may well be that this area of fog expands again later in the afternoon. Top temperatures on the cold side, 6 or 7 degrees. Very similar for the rest of the week. A bit more of a breeze from the east into the weekend may well bring some showers across Yorkshire. That's the forecast.
Thank you, Paul. We need our fog lights on.
We do.
That's it from the late team. Thanks for joining us. Good night.